Shall we start now? So, welcome back. During previous two sessions, Nidhi has started with the role of education, and we are trying to explore how we can ensure the continuity of the happiness and prosperity. And a proposal is shared with us that a human being needs three things. One is the right understanding. Right understanding means understanding the reality as it is. We'll see this more in detail. Now, with the right understanding, we are able to understand the relationship with other human beings. When we start with harmony in the family, we'll try to explore the feelings in the relationship, trust, respect, etc. So with the right understanding, I understand the relationship, I am able to live with the relationship. Not only I am happy, but other human being with whom I am interacting, he or she is also happy, and that is the mutual happiness. Similarly, with the right understanding, I am able to identify my need of the physical facilities, and then I get them I obtain the required physical facilities from the nature, from where all my needed physical facilities come: food, clothes, the material for my home, even the material required for making this pointer, everything comes from the nature. So that's why physical facility with the rest of the nature. And now I identify my need of the physical facilities, make available more than required in a cyclic manner, so that my need of the physical facility is also satisfied and nature is also enriched. That is the mutual prosperity. This is what we call as living with the human consciousness. But if my whole attention is only for physical facilities, this living is similar to the animals, where they are, we can say, for the animals, physical facilities are necessary and largely adequate. If I don't have the right understanding, then what is the problem? I am not able to understand the relationships. Not only I am unhappy, I am also making the others unhappy. When I don't have the right understanding, I am not able to identify the need of the physical facilities. I keep on exploiting the nature, the deprivation, exploiting and depriving the others. So this part is, we can say, the living with all the three: right understanding, relationship and physical facility, in the order of the priority. This is living with the human consciousness. And now we were discussing this slide. The animals living with the animal consciousness, they are in harmony, they are comfortable, this is fine. Human being living with the human consciousness, they are also in harmony, they are also, you can say, in comfort, this is also fine. But the human being living with the animal consciousness, this is a problem, they are in disharmony. If there is any question about this or up to here, any question want to ask? Are we able to relate to this, whatever discussion that is taking place? Yes. So if there is any question, please be free to ask. Yes. And before that, please raise your hand. Please, you will be given the mic, and you can please tell our name so that all of us know each other. Okay. Yes.
Sir, why you are using the term animal consciousness?
Yes.
Whereas man use inhuman consciousness.
Yes.
What is the point behind it?
Yes. Now, when we say the animal consciousness, we are basically, the point is what is required for the human being. The role of we are trying to compare the role of the physical facilities. Right now, what has happened? Somewhere we have made an assumption that physical facilities will make me happy. I need to have more and more physical facilities, and for all these I require money, so I need to earn more and more money. And somewhere I made an assumption that if I got more physical facilities, that will make me happy. And my living is happening for that part only. I'm not able to understand the relationships. I'm not developing, you can say I'm not trying to understand the relationships. I got hardly any time to sit with my family members and have some discussion. So my living is happening somewhere. I'm going to compare that, and somewhere if we find the living of the animals, for them physical facilities are required and they are largely adequate. So if I'm not able to live like a human being, a definite human conduct, my living is inhuman, maybe you can say that is the animals living with the animal conscience, something like this. That is what we are trying to say here. Now let us try to move to this part. Since we generally don't have the clarity about our physical needs, in the society we find that there are two types of human beings. First one, lacking the physical facility, unhappy, deprived, don't have the food to eat, don't have the clothes, and like this. So lacking the physical facility, unhappy, deprived. And secondly, having the physical facility, unhappy, deprived. Where we are? One or two? Yes? Where we are? Yes? One or two? Yes? Lacking the physical facility, unhappy, deprived, or having the physical facility, unhappy, deprived? Yes? One or two? Yes? And all these questions, just a simple request, no second row, please. Yes. So let us come back to this. So lacking the physical facility, unhappy, deprived, having the physical facility, unhappy, deprived. In fact, at least the gathering for here, for us, physical facility is not much problem. We get the food to eat both the times. We may be having our own home or a rented home. We have got the vehicles and like this. So we are having a physical facility but unhappy, deprived, whereas where do we want to be? Having the physical facility, happy and prosperous. So if we just check, find out where we are at 1, 2 or 3, and where do we want to be? Where do we want to be? At 1, 2 or 3? 3. That is the desirable state. In the morning, Didi was talking about my present state and desirable state. So 3 is my desirable state. I want to have the physical facility, happy and prosperous. But what is my present state? 1 or 2. At the most now maybe my grandfather etc. they may be where maybe at 1. But my grandfather, my father, myself have worked and we have moved from 1 to 2. But what we want to be at 3. Are you able to see this? That I want to be at 3, having physical facility, happy and prosperous, but maybe I am at 1 or 2. Now this sign will come. This means take a pause and explore. We'll take a pause, and whatever questions which are being shared here, they are for our self-exploration. We'll try to look in these questions and try to find the answer for myself. My answer and my friend's answer may be different, but they are, and more honestly we are able to look within ourselves, more will be having the clarity of these proposals. And secondly, whatever question at any point you can interrupt us and ask a question. In fact, that is what is expected. This is supposed to be in the form of the dialogue. Yes. So where we are right now, 1, 2 or 3, and where do we want to be? Many times even in the books what is written is that wants are unlimited and resources are limited. Yes, no? But what is the reality? This is a UN report, and in fact this was in 2011, but quite similar. Right now world population is around 800 crore. But how much is the food production? 6 times of the required. In the entire world population is 800, and whatever food is produced, that is sufficient for almost 5,000 crore people. That much food production is there. But out of that, now these are 2011 figures, so global food production is 6 times of the requirement, and out of that wastage is 1/3. 1/3 food is wasted. You can say either not proper storage, or you can say some mouse etc. there. So wastage is 1/3, and what is, if we just check, that wastage is enough to feed 1,300 crore people every year. So have you understood the right utilization? Is it a question of the production? In spite of producing the food which is 6 times the requirement, 1/3 of that is getting wasted. In spite of having so much production, at some corner of this world a child goes to the sleep hungry. So is it a problem of production that child is going to the sleep hungry? Is it a question of production? What do you think? Production is 6 times. Is it a question of distribution? Is it a question of relationship, that we are not able to see the relationship with that child? Is it a question of the right understanding? In fact, it is a question of the education. With the education, we can solve these problems. And this is a UN report which says that food production is 6 times and wastage is 1/3 of the production. Now many times we hear this word development. In fact, that is a big word, development. But many times when we talk about the development, what is that? The development of the roads, development of the infrastructure, big shopping malls, schools, colleges. Of course, all this is required. But the question is it only sufficient? Then what is the real development? If the human being thinks only about the physical facilities and working only for that. Even if I look right now, I am worried only about these physical facilities, how I can get more and more physical facilities. If that is how I am living, that is living with the animal consciousness, at the most what is happening, this circle is becoming bigger and bigger if when I look for myself. But what is a human consciousness, when a human being is able to live with these three, has a right understanding, is able to live with the relationship, is able to identify the need of the physical facilities, leading to the mutual happiness and mutual prosperity. This is living with the human consciousness. So what is real development? Real development is when a human being is able to live with all these three. If the human being is living only for this, that is the animal consciousness, this is the holistic development. So is the development just in increasing the physical facility, or development is ensuring of all the three? What do you think? What is the real development? Only for physical facility, or developing, ensuring all the three? Yes? There is a family, maybe 2 brothers are there. The income of the family is somewhat, you can say, at some medium level. Both the brothers are working. That family is staying together. One day suddenly some of their land is acquired by the government, and government gives lot of money, maybe in crores, then what happens generally? Family stays together or gets divided? Now they are having more money, but now brothers are staying separately. Is it the real development? So what is the development? The development is that we have the right understanding, relationship and physical facility, and role of the education is to prepare the human being for this transformation. When a father, in fact, same thing for us, when maybe our child is 3-year-old, quite happily playing at home, one day we put his or her name in a school, and then he is quite happily, we can say, playing at home, we just leave him, he or she may be crying, and we put them in a school. What expectation is there from the school? What do we expect from a school or a college? In fact, when a parent comes to this college and they want their son to get admitted, what is their expectation? Yes? What was our expectation when we put our child in a school? Yes? Can with the mic? Yes, some of us can definitely share this. Yes?
That's the
Yes? Gaining knowledge. Yes, very nice. So one expectation is that my child will have the knowledge. Yes. Knowledge means skills to earn the money. Yes.
Knowledge and discipline, skills,
Just yes.
where to learn.
Discipline.
Knowledge and discipline, they will know the skills also.
Skills also. So let me pull that one. Okay. Skills. Yes. Anything else?
Then they will improve their competency.
Improve
Their competency.
competency. Yes. Plus. Yes.
Relationships.
Relationships. Oh, very nice. So relationships. So let us have a smaller list. In fact, the list is really very big. But yes.
I wanted my kid to be a good social element in future. That's what I expected from.
Very nice, extremely nice. Okay, so good social element means I will say actually a good human being, a social good human being, right? But the now question is today's education system be able to deliver on this? Yes, no. Less on this. Yes, yes, Tim.
Yes. I could definitely say yes because I tried it.
Yes.
I took both my children to a government school and I asked them to just impart good life skills.
Yes.
So that they will be loved in future by the people surrounding them. I just wanted that. I don't want them to be more knowledgeable. I don't want them to be superhuman beings. I just wanted to be the people who everyone around them like as a human being, share their woes with them, just like that.
Okay.
Initially, they rejected their admission, saying that these people will not fit into that environment. I said, no, whatever, we should believe in the system. I believe in the system. You deliver your knowledge in the sense, not bookish knowledge, the knowledge about how a human being live in the society. So, they delivered, and I can proudly say today, and today, both the kids are studying in IIIT, Tirupurupaya. They did what do you call educationally well, but as human beings, they are more developed, more advanced stage, I could say, because my son has friends of all ages, from age 2, age 10, age 60, 70, age people also like him. They want to spend some quality time with him.
Okay.
That I'm happy with that.
Okay,
So you should,
yes.
you should believe the system.
Okay, very nice. Didi wants to say something. Yes.
Yes, sir. I just don't want to see education separate from our lives.
Yes.
Education is just a small minuscule of our life.
Yes.
Because actually the real education starts from home. Like where the value system has to be nourished in the child right from their early childhood days. So
Yes.
it is not a separate thing which I believe, and I also feel that we are thinking a lot about value-based educational system. These values are inculcated more, and where because of the present-day system and society we are losing all those. We want our children to care for the elders, take care of our grandparents, give respect to the elders. We are failing in inculcating all these. So where it has to start? This is one question that we need to ponder over. And I believe that the joint family system, which has eradicated, has its origin there in inculcating all these values among us and in fact among the children. That's what I need to say.
I
Yes.
think in one word it is good personality development.
Yes. So that see this there are two things, two important can say skills and values. So good personality, you can say when we say this word competency, relationship, social element, discipline, even this knowledge, this will come under values. Skill part means, for example, a good civil engineer, a good doctor. A good doctor maybe you can say expert in some operations, but there is a skill part, whether he will try to extract more money from the patients or he will charge as per his skills and as per the requirement, that will come under the values. An engineer, civil engineer may be very apt in designing a bridge, but he may have an assumption that money is important and anyhow I need to earn the money. So that part is, this part is more important. Skill as well as right now, the parents as well as many times, in fact, at the school level, as Didi was sharing, we expect education to prepare our child for the life. Means, at least at the school level, we expect that the education should be able to deliver both skills as well as values. One more thing, Didi was talking about these joint families, and all of us agree that every human being needs this value education. But as far as the education, you can say at least for the students or children, whose role is to deliver the value education? Yes, parents, they need to do it. Teachers, they need to do it, and also the society. And if we see, we are there everywhere. Are we parents? Yes. We are teachers, we are a part of the society. So it is first responsibility is ours, that we understand the values, we ensure the values within ourselves, and now we share it with our students. How many of us are going to, I will not use the word teach, I will use the word share this subject with the students? Because technical subjects we teach, value education we don't teach, we share. So how many are going to share this subject? Yes, so very nice. This subject, because even that teacher word is there, but a teacher cannot teach this subject. Only a student can. A student of universal human values can share this subject. Our role is in the form of the co-explorer. Didi is sharing this content, I am also sharing this content, and we are also trying to understand this. We are trying to ensure this within us, and in fact all your questions, your sharings, your comments help us. In fact, just in the morning the Bhaiya has put that in very simple and you can say the minimum words what is expected. So such sharings, they also help us. We are also learning, and when you are sharing this content with the students, our role will be that of the students. I have understood something, I am sharing this with you, and let us try to understand these things together. So that is the process of the value education. But now, as we are saying, the role of the education is to prepare the human being for this transformation. That is from total attention to the physical facility to right understanding relationship and physical facility. That is the role. Are you able to see that we are teachers and it is our role to prepare or help the students for this transformation? The question is this transformation desirable? Are we making the effort for that? Yes? Yes, no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, very good. So, one or the other way, even many times when you are teaching the technical subjects, we try to share some content with the students. But now, for the first time, AICT has taken efforts to introduce this since 2018 to make this as a part of the syllabus. Because previously, and again Didi was talking about the joint family, what happened previously, at least, in fact, some generation back, we can say previous only, the grandparents were available to the child. Parents will go for working, but at least grandparents were there and they used to share these values with the child. Slowly now the families are breaking, there are nuclear families, and nowadays at least, but mother was available, but now even mothers also have started working. Mother was available 24/7 to the child. Now she is not available, and now the child is left alone. We can just check ourselves how much time we are spending with the child in a day. Where we sit together and we ask a child what you have done for the entire day. Did you fight with your friends, or what you felt about your teacher? It is not even about the child, it is also about our family members, what we really discuss with our family members. Even all our discussion, in fact, yesterday morning also Didi said that there are many students, the college has got a hostel. If we ask a student that when the last time you spoke with the father and what was the conversation, he may say 15 days back. What was the conversation? Father, I want some money. Father will say, yes, I will GPay you. He will say thank you and call is cut. That is about, but what about ourselves at home? But we really talk with our son. How many marks you have got? When is your exam? Or there is some marriage, and then with the spouse we are discussing whether to go or not and what gift is to be given. Something in the home that AC is not working or fridge is not working, and like that. All discussion only about physical facilities. There is hardly anything about the relationships. I can check within myself how much time yesterday, day before yesterday, last 7 days I spent with my spouse, my children, and discuss something about feelings. In fact, just around 1 month back, we had this workshop at Chennai, And this exactly same thing I said that we at our, you can say, home, what we really discussed. And then that day, on the second day, shared this. She said that when you ask this question, what we are really discussing with the spouse, she said it really hit me very hard. And then I was really speechless, where I went home, and then I asked my husband what we really discuss. We are discussing only about these material things, and now it was the turn of the husband to be speechless. He said, yes, this is what we are only discussing. Because the entire education system, there is no provision where we discuss this part, right understanding, relationship and physical facilities. The role of the education is to prepare the child for a fulfilling life, and that fulfilling life will be there when the child is able to live with the human consciousness. He has this right understanding, is able to live with the relationship and requirement of the required physical facilities. Do we need to make the effort for it? Yes, no? Should we make the effort for this? Should we prepare our children, our students for this transformation? Yes. And we'll explore into the effort required for this transformation, for the holistic development, and that is the development. The development of the infrastructure, and also the families and people are able to live with the feeling of relationship. So the role of the education samskar, education is this right understanding part, and samskar is living part. So this together, education, samskar. So what is required is the role of the education samskar is enable this transformation by way of ensuring the development of competence to live with the human consciousness and definite human conduct. Definite human conduct means we are human beings and we live like human beings. That is the definite conduct, and for this it has to ensure the right understanding in every child. The role of the education is to ensure the right understanding in every child, the capacity to live in relationship with the other human beings. This is very important, capacity to live with other human beings with relationship. Now admissions are going on and many times parents come. What is their only question right now? What is the package? Right? And we have got all the proofs for that. That these are the packages, these are the companies, our TPO team is there. They will say these are the packages, these companies visit, etc. But what is that? Father is also asking about the skills and he is also asking about the package. But suppose tomorrow one father comes and he says, I have got a daughter, I want to get her married, and one such student, he has graduated from your college 5 years back, I am looking him as a prospective groom for my daughter. Can you tell me about this son? Will he keep my daughter happy? He will not fight with her. Can you give any such assurance as of today? Yes, no? Yes? Yes, no? In fact, even as the father is asking that question, if that question is being asked to me, I may be thinking with me, you are asking about the son. Today morning, I myself had a fight with my wife. And now you are asking me about my student. That may be the case, right? when that student will be able to live with relationship if he understands the relationship. In fact, what is the divorce rate right now in metro cities? Delhi? 40%. In one of the workshop, when it was shared that it is 40%, that workshop was going on in Delhi. Then one participant said, sir, just this was a marriage season. I have attended 10 marriages, means out of these 10, 4 are going to result in divorce. That is today's present status. And here, is the physical facility a real problem? No. In fact, both the husband and wife, their cumulative salary may be 1.5 or 2 lakh. So for them, money is not a problem. But still they are going for the divorce. What is the reason? This is second, capacity to live in relationship with other human beings. And third, the capacity to identify the need of the physical facility and skills and practice for sustainable production of more than what is required, leading to the feeling of the prosperity. Since I don't have the right understanding, I am not able to identify my need of the physical facilities, and in spite of having the required physical facilities, many times I feel deprived. So role of the education sanskar is to ensure these three, right understanding in every child, capacity to live in the relationship with other human being, and capacity to identify the need of the physical facility. And what is required for the transformation? Right understanding in every child. What is the present status? Missing. Capacity to live in relationship with every other human being. That is also missing. Third one, capacity to identify the need of the physical facility, skills and practice for sustainable production of more than what is required, right utilization of the physical facility leading to the feeling of the prosperity. What is happened? Identification of need of the physical facility is missing. Every time there is a new model in the market, my child will say, yes, Papa, I want it.
Sir, in this slide, you said something about human consciousness, right?
Yes.
I'll cite one example where nowadays people are taking pictures of someone who is involved in an accident rather than helping them. They will call it lack of human consciousness there.
Lack of relationship. We are not able to that somebody is
many people are taking pictures and uploading rather than
yes. Yes, yes.
who are involved in some
So that is, we can say, the lack of the relationship. If I got this relationship, I can ask a very simple question. If my brother is there in that accident, what I will do? Shall I click the pictures or I will go and help him? I will help him because I am able to identify the relationship. Similarly, with that stranger also, he is somebody's brother, he is somebody's husband, somebody's son. Instead of clicking the pictures, if I can help him, that is a better thing. Okay, if I am able to do this, that is living with human consciousness. Yes, yeah, right. That is what is happening, but that is what we have to prepare our child, our students for this. Yes. Any other question or sharing? So now what is happening? The identification of need of the physical facility is missing. The willingness to produce by way of labor is also missing. The right utilization is also largely missing. The core feeling generated is to accumulate more and more, to consume more and more, rather than to produce what is required and utilize it right. Right? Okay. So these problems are an indication of lack of the effort for the holistic development and effort is required for the human education leading to the human consciousness, and through the human values we can ensure the human conduct, and through that a human society. It will result in a human tradition in which the human goal is fulfilled for all, generation after generation. So outcome of the human education samskar, understanding of the harmony. Now my living, I am a human being, my living happens at 4 levels. I am living as an individual, as a human being. I am a part of the family. I am a part of the society. I am a unit in the nature and the existence. We'll try to understand the harmony at the 4 levels and living in harmony at the 4 levels. So the human being living with the human consciousness, this is what we are discussing, that education is understanding, having the right understanding. Right understanding means understanding the reality as it is in its completeness, and that is what we will be doing for these 8 days. Development of the right understanding, and the second part is now living, that is a samskar, living at all the 4 levels leading to the mutual happiness and mutual prosperity. Same thing, more in detail, the right understanding is understanding the harmony at the 4 levels, and now with the right understanding I can ensure justice in the relationship. Justice in the relationship means with the other human beings I am able to live with the feelings of the trust, respect, affection, care. There are 9 values, and we'll try to explore these when we start the topic on harmony in the family. Similarly, with the right understanding, I can participate in a larger order with the nature, and from the family order to the word family order, that what we, in fact, we have heard this word many times, undivided society and universal human order. So that is living with the animal consciousness. The content of this workshop is the proposals of harmony at the 4 levels. They will be shared, and process is process of the self-exploration, self-verification. If it is put in the form of do's and don'ts, that doesn't work, and that has been tried so many years. We'll try to see this process, and desired achievement is individual transformation, right understanding, happiness and prosperity, and now with this individual transformation we can contribute for societal transformation. Now this is one assignment for today. What we can do, we'll put this in the group, we'll just check whether there is any online assignment. If it is not there, then this assignment we'll put in the group. Your experience throughout the day means every day we will write down whatever discussion that has taken place on that day and maybe the previous days. Yes. Yes. First 3 sessions. Yes. Yes.
Good afternoon, everyone. Please make it sign. You can check it away. Then, no. I will say it. I will circulate. It's okay. Is it audible to you, right? Now it's okay.
Hello. Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
Good afternoon, Manager. We are sharing the attendance sheet with 5 sessions. Up to 4 sessions, you have to make a signature. Then you have to check your name properly where it is. Then have to sign it up to 4th session. Then you have to remember your number, serial number. Every day, we have to change the groups. To that, you have to remember your serial number, what is here. It's very important. Thank you.
So first is your experience through that day, because tomorrow morning, in fact from tomorrow onwards, when we meet in the morning, first thing that some of us will be sharing what we have understood from the previous day's discussion. So for that, first point is your experience throughout the day. Describe in the free form, means you can write down one paragraph, 1 page or 3 pages. So write in the free form. Then 5 key points that struck you from the talks today. 5 important points, starting with what you feel was more important, most important, and in the order of the priority. Then we'll be writing 5 key problems that we are able to notice. Then mention any 5 things that give you happiness in continuity. Any 5 points that make you feel unhappy, and based on the discussion today, what role do you see for yourself in the education system? So that will be, we can say, the assignment. Same thing, which type of, okay. So now, with this, let us start with the next part, that is process of the workshop. First, during the first session, we have tried to explore what I really want. Each one of us wants to be happy, each one of us wants to be prosperous, and we want its continuity. Are you able to see this? Right? There is not even a single moment at which I want to be unhappy, I want to feel deprived. I want to be happy, I want to be prosperous every moment. And now we are trying to explore what can be my program to achieve my goal. This achieve my basic aspiration. Yes. So now let us start with this, that is lecture 2, self-exploration as the process for value education. In fact, on the 4th day, we'll have one session on how to share the values. What are the important points which we'll keep in mind when we are sharing these proposals with the students. So lecture 2, self-exploration as a process for the value education.
Can you go on to the first slide?
Self-exploration as the process for value education, self-exploration, self-verification as the process for the value education. Now, what is, let me can say, what is this workshop? It is a process of dialogue between me and you to begin with. In the beginning, in fact, in the morning, Didi had asked this question, do you want to live with a feeling of relationship or with a feeling of opposition? Then all of us have answered this